this.
Shattered glass in the front window of this house on Burns, where an act of rage and violence has shattered lives. Family members say 14-year-old Joshua Smith, seen here in this old family photo, shot and killed his mother, 36-year-old Tamiko Robinson, while she slept on the couch.
And he just shot. Every chance he got a chance to shoot again, he shot again. And it's just buckshot holes everywhere. He murdered her. And he didn't do it with sorrow or nothing. He did it like he wanted to do it, like he meant to do it, and he knew what he was doing.
Smith's uncle, LaShawn Roberts, says it happened after midnight. He says the Kettering High School student was angry because his mother was trying to keep him off the streets.
He just wanted to hang with the big boys. He joined the gang. He's 6'1", 6'2", 14 years old, hanging around with 20-year-olds. So he wanted to be a big boy, and his mama told him he couldn't. He ran away.
But Robinson caught up with her son and insisted he come home, an act of love that ultimately ended her life.
He broke his stepdad's room, got a 12 gauge, and brutally murdered my sister. He shot at least 10 times.
Tamiko's fiance and 5-year-old daughter were inside the house at the time of the shooting. You can see the broken glass here on the ground where they actually jumped through a window to escape the gunfire. Smith was arrested a short time later. We're told police caught the teen driving around in his mother's car. Robinson was a dialysis patient who was battling lupus. Her 5-year-old daughter witnessed the shooting and has been asking relatives the heartbreaking question, why would someone want to hurt mommy? In Detroit, Robin Schwartz, Fox 2 News.
All right, so that's one of the things, and that's for you mothers who are in denial when your children are demons. That's one of the things that can happen. So this mother tried to keep her boy out of gangs. He liked the gang life so much he went and killed his mother. Shot her 10 times with a 12 gauge. Okay? So now, Leon, go to the next one.
This week, Detroit 300, the well-known crime-fighting community organization, announced its plans to hunt down the killers of children in the city of Detroit. In the wake of the recent murder of 9-month-old Delrick Miller IV, the group intends to target local hotspots where area gangs hang out.
On July 10, 2011, 3-year-old Ari Berry was shot and killed as she played inside her home. On July 24, 2011, 5-year-old Mariah Smith was abducted from her home, tortured, and burned in an abandoned house. On December 2nd, 2011, 2-year-old Bianca Jones was allegedly abducted. Many in the community don't believe that, yet still today, she's missing. On January 31st, 2012, 12-year-old Khadijah Davis was shot to death while she too was in her home. Finally, on February 20th, 2012, 9-month-old Delrick Miller IV was shot to death by AK-47 round as he slept in his home. We're calling on all men to stand up. If you have an ounce of courage in you, if you have an ounce of fearlessness in you, we're asking you to stand up. We're not asking you, we're demanding you to stand up. Because these babies have been killed on our watch. These babies have been abducted on our watch. These babies have been accosted and victimized on our watch. So as men, it's demanded upon us to stand up. Now our question to you is, where are the uncles, the cousins, the fathers, the brothers of these victims, these babies? Where are you at? And what are you doing? Our message to the gangbangers and anybody else that's engaged in a lifestyle that put babies like this and our seniors in jeopardy of their lives. We're telling you, there is no coming together with you, period. There is no uniting with you. Let it be known from this day forward, you are our enemy, period. There is no coming together, period. There is no seminar, there is no workshop, there is no session, there is no sit down to talk about you. We are coming after you, period. Today is the wrong day to be on the wrong side of the law.
Reporting from the Northwest Activity Center on the city's west side, TellUsDetroit.com.
Alrighty. So after a while, brothers get sick of the knucklehead young black man. Ain't he, like he said, ain't no seminars, because you always want a seminar. Why is the young black and Latin man acting stupid the way he acted? You can't sit down a lot of these times and talk with them. If they can't, if our people cannot repent, I'm gonna go to the scriptures. Let's go to Deuteronomy 21. And the good question that the brother asked, see, the one thing, that's a mix of Christians, Muslims, and different things. The Most High is not going to be with that. We got to come together as Israel and stand together. Then and only then will the Most High be on our side. Okay? Let's open up with Deuteronomy 21. And what you notice there, they got sick of young black men doing the evil that they do. And a lot of the mothers on the side crying. Because the mothers know the evil that their kids do, but what they're in denial. And denial is not a river in Africa. You gotta tell the black woman that. Not my baby, yes, your baby's a demon. 8 out of 10 of them, wicked as hell. And crying to the white man. And the white man just gonna wait for your kids to go off so he can beat the hell out of them and throw them in jail. That's it. Now, like the last brother said, he said, where are the uncles of the kids that was killed? Where's the brothers? Huh? Where's the fathers of those children that was killed? Murdered, horribly, frightened. Okay? Deuteronomy 21 and verse 18. Let's open up there.
Deuteronomy 21 verse 18. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son.
If a man have a stubborn or rebellious son, also known as blacks and Latinos, go ahead.
Which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastened him will not hearken unto them.
So chasten them means they raised the boy right. They was whooping him on the sides like it says in the Apocrypha and all that. Like it says in Proverbs.
Y'all people on Facebook, y'all parents, y'all need to stop all these senseless fucking crimes, all this gangbang shit. This my fucking nephew right here. He ain't no gang member. We don't come from that shit. You tell him. All that bullshit, but all that's fake, man. All that fake, but this ass whooping ain't gonna be fake. Get that on Facebook. Tell him about that. Tell him that. Tell him about, show him that. Show him that. Facebook that. The gang member, huh? No, smoking weed last night too, huh? Raise your hand, I'm gonna stomp your motherfucking ass. I was lying. I don't know. Tell him you was lying. Don't tell me. I know you fucking ass now. I was lying. Dang. Hey, up all the fucking killings and all that fake ass rap shit. Tell him. That's fake. We don't come from that shit. The war family don't come from all that bullshit. And if I go in that motherfucking catch you, any shit, anything, I don't give a fuck if you say happy birthday, God, I'm gonna whoop your ass. You hear me? You gonna what? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Now put that on this fucking wall.
Spoil the rod, spare the rod, spoil the child. The mother and father was raising the child, but that child was stubborn and rebellious.
It was love, and I wanted to really show that he's not a gang member. You know, we don't come from this.
Tonight, the uncle of a slain teenager defends what he calls an act of love. The Terrytown teen made internet headlines after he was seen being disciplined by his uncle for claiming to be a gangster just last week. The young man was shot to death outside of his home. WDSU reporter Sydney Chewin spoke to the teen's family. Sydney?
Scott, 16-year-old Michael Taylor's family says he was not in a gang, but they acknowledge that he glorified that lifestyle, which may have led to his murder.
This my nephew right here. He ain't no gang member. We don't come from that. You tell him.
It's been nearly a year since this video went viral.
Get that on Facebook. Tell him about that.
But that was never Lemoyne Ward's intention. He says he simply wanted to set the record straight after he caught his nephew boasting about being in a gang on Facebook.
Because I was not only going on his walls, I was searching his friends' walls also. So I was frightened about, what could happen to my family.
But Ward never imagined his nephew, 16-year-old Michael Taylor, would be gunned down multiple times near his Terrytown apartment complex last week.
I was led by right spirit when I did it, But now the enemy is twisting it in my head like I did something wrong, like maybe I draw some extra attention to him to make him feel like he needs to prove to these people that he's not soft.
After the video surfaced, Taylor was picked on and ridiculed at school. His mother, Kimberly Ward, describes him as a good kid, but one who may have desperately been trying to fit in.
I'm hurt. I'm not angry, but I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. My boy was my world.
Ward says it was tough love to try to save his nephew from the streets.
Do you regret posting that video to Facebook?
Not at all. Not at all. I regret maybe not being a part of his life a little bit more after the video.
Taylor's family says he understood why his uncle disciplined him, but they believe he was already a victim of a culture that glorifies gang life and violence.
I'm hurt, but at the same time, I'm blessed that if my child dead could save another child's life and another mother have to go through what I feel, then I feel all right then.
Taylor's family has this advice for parents. They say to check your children's Facebook pages and be active in their lives. And most of all, they say, don't be a friend, but be a parent. Scott?
Simney, thanks. Michael Taylor's murder is still under investigation. A suspect has not yet been arrested.
Come on.
Then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him, and bring him out unto the elders of his city, and unto the gate of his place. And they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard.
He is a glutton and a drunkard. All he want to do is eat. All he want to do is drink, meaning get high. That's all the boy want to do. He ain't right. He ain't no good. Come on.
And all the men of his city.
And notice it says, all the men of his city. Go ahead.
And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones, that he die.
So this is what you're seeing, brothers getting sick of young black men's crap. And that's only in Detroit. It's gonna catch on. Watch. Brothers is getting sick of these gangs. Just sick of them. You young boys that want to be in it, we're sick of you. You got to go.
And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones, that he die. So shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear.
Can I say something real quick? If you notice when you check out the video, you notice that all the men that was with him, there was nobody showing no teeth. Everybody was serious as hell because they know how serious the situation is. That's what our people do. They don't crack jokes about incidents like this. The comedians that get online and they'll just, get on these shows and these television shows and they'll make mockery of it. You understand? But it's a serious issue amongst our people.
Exactly. Now, go to Matthew 15, because I know what the black and Latin woman is saying, thinking right now. That's not what Jesus said. Not my Jesus. Because my boy, I know he's wicked, but I just love him. Matthew 15. Let's see what the New Testament says. Now, the statement I made is for the unrepentant young man. Unrepentant. They hear the word, they say, hell no. And they continue murdering, robbing, raping. Matthew 15:1.
Matthew 15, verse 1.
I want all, if any Christians is online, any Christians watching, pay close attention to this.
Matthew 15, verse 1. Then came to Jesus scribes and Pharisees, which were of Jerusalem, saying, why do thy disciples transgress the tradition of the elders? For they wash not their hands when they eat bread. But he answered and said unto them, why do ye also transgress the commandment of God by your tradition?
So the argument is the traditions of the scribes and Pharisees. The traditions of the scribes and Pharisees translate to the traditions of the Christian church. Because that's what Christianity is all about. Traditions. Christmas is a tradition. Easter, tradition. Mother's Day, a tradition. Father's Day, a tradition. Valentine's Day, a tradition. Thanksgiving, a tradition. Come on.
For God commanded, saying, honor thy father and mother, And he that curseth father or mother, let him die the death.
Wait, what did Christ say?
Let him die the death.
Read the whole verse again.
For God commanded, saying, honor thy father and mother, and he that curseth father or mother, let him die the death.
So Christ coming with the law. He said, according to the Most High, if your child curses father or mother, means stubborn and rebellious, that child is to die. That's God's law for all you Christian Bible readers out there. I'm going to say it again. That child is supposed to die. I like the way that sounds. I'm going to say it again. That child is supposed to die that is stubborn and rebellious. So any of you young men in here, listen good. Listen good. Any child that's stubborn and rebellious, cursing father and mother, God is going to kill you. Just wait for it. You might escape today or tomorrow, but there's a God who's watching your every move. And when you drop dead, ain't nobody go, the child was stubborn and rebellious. I'm going to give you a story. I always got one. 6 years ago. Was it 6 years ago? It was, no, longer than that. It was about 2002. 2002, 10 years ago. We had a Passover, big Passover. A young man was there, blah, blah, blah. Well, after Passover, there was a young man driving home. They were driving fast. They skid into a puddle of water. The car flipped over several times. And the boy, he was 15, his head got taken in half off his head. Just cut off. So, a couple of brothers had to go down, go to Boston and speak to his parents. The parents were distraught. This was after the cops were there, to find out what happened. They said, we told our son not to go down to New York for Passover. He cursed us out for hours, called us all kind of names. And the mother said, I'm not shocked that this happened. So read the verse again.
For God commanded, saying, honor thy father and mother, and he that curseth father or mother, let him die the death.
That's what Christ is quoting the scriptures there. You ain't never going to hear that read in church. Never. All these kids that you see killing people, they all raised as Christians. Their mothers and fathers, if they got any, took them to the Christian church every Sunday. When I sit down with young men and meet their parents, oh, he's a Christian. No, stop. Your boy is no kind of Christian according to the Bible. And neither are you. Your son is a demon, and you are a demon. I gotta watch what you say. Read it again.
For God commanded, saying, honor thy father and mother, and he that curseth father or mother, let him die the death. You know?
Yeah.
But ye say, whosoever shall say to his father or his mother, it is a gift, by whatsoever thou mightest be profited by me.
Right, so the Pharisees had a tradition. Tell your parents, I'm a gift to you. And that way you're free from your parents. Christ was saying that's not a law. There's no law on that. Even when Christ's mother, Mary, was saying, listen, they need some more wine, they need wine. He was like, now Christ was already in his 30s. He's like, woman, how long must I suffer you? I gotta be, because he knew the law, and he did what his mother said regardless. He didn't go, mother, get the hell away from me. I'm free from you. That was a dumb tradition the Pharisees had. Okay, read on.
But ye say, whosoever shall say to his father or his mother, it is a gift, by whatsoever thou mightest be profited by me, and honor not his father or his mother, he shall be free. Thus have ye made the commandment of God of none effect by your tradition.
See that? Thus have you made the commandment of God of none effect by your stupid traditions. All these traditions that's pushed out in society keeps our young men in sin, our young girls in sin. Okay, go to Leviticus 5:1. And I'm glad the Most High making these men, these brothers, getting sick of evil, rebellious young men. And there's no seminars. Let's have a seminar and talk to the gangs. That don't work. I hear that all the time, every week. Gangs be shooting, then they go, what can we do? Here come a knucklehead. Let's have a basketball game. Are you kidding me? I'm sitting there looking at him like, are you kidding me? A basketball game, that's going to change the mind of you putting on shorts and throwing a ball through a hoop is going to change your mindset? I said, I don't want no part of it. I ain't playing. I ain't getting the kids together. I ain't doing that because it's stupid.
You know, you know what they do? They say, I know y'all heard of it, let's have a truce. Because a lot of these gangs, they want to form a truce. And you know what them truces are for? For everybody to get a break and settle down how they going to come back at them again. That's all it is, because the foolishness start right back up again.
Exactly. A truce. Sit down, recoup, get your strategy together, how you can kill that, how you can better sell your drugs, take over the area. This is wicked as hell. Okay, it's wicked as hell. And then when, see, for a while, Esau's been sick of it. I'm gonna tell you straight. The white man, he's our enemy, but he is sick. Actually, he's glad. Because he profits off young black men being stupid. He make money off that. He keep the young black man will keep jobs in effect. The courthouse is still open. The jailhouse is still open. Why? Because young black men, they keep it running. Because if they had repented, there would be no need for police, corrections, or courts. But because of the evil of our people, it keeps it running, keeps it going. Leviticus 5:1.
Leviticus 5 verse 1. And if a soul sin and hear the voice of swearing, and is a witness, whether he has seen or known of it, if he do not utter it, then he shall bear his iniquity.
So if you hear of evil in the city, and you decide, because a lot of brothers and sisters go, I ain't gonna say nothing. I hear it all the time. You see it on the first 48. Anybody see something, how this young man got shot up 8 times? I ain't see nothing. And they were standing right there. I ain't see nothing. The Bible says, you shall bear the iniquity.
Yeah, there was a rapper about 3 years ago by the name of Cannabis.
Yeah, I remember.
And they asked him a question that if there was a serial killer or mass murderer.
Cameron.
Yeah, and he told them, it's none of my business.
You see that?
If he knew about it, the guy was living right next door.
Exactly. I remember there was a young black boy. He's 8 years. I saw the picture. They put the picture on. I said, oh, that's a cute little boy there. They say he's missing. He's missing. They might have trafficked him in a sex thing. So they putting flyers all over the place. And this one project building, I'll never forget it. He come out, look at the poster. We don't snitch here. I said, that's why you're always going to stay on the bottom and get put to damn death. You deserve what you get. Snitches get. So you kidding me? Young boy molested and stolen from his parents. And an evil black man come down. We don't snitch here. You gotta get it.
And if a soul sin and hear the voice of swearing, and is a witness, whether he have seen or known of it, if he do not utter it, then he shall bear his iniquity.
Then he shall bear his iniquity. That's what God said. There's no such thing as don't tell. God said if you hear of it, speak up on it, or you're going to pay the price. That's judgment. Give me that Romans 7 now. Because you might think God was joking on that. Romans 7, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to say something on snitching. Snitching is a code between criminals. Alright? It doesn't deal with a whole community. Alright? For instance, you got 2 thieves. Both of them commit a crime. Alright? The code of snitching come from, you know, one of the thieves get caught, he ain't telling the other one. Alright, but it doesn't go for a whole community in general. So our people just crazy. Alright, that's what it is. Our people just crazy.
Exactly. Some of y'all up in here. When I was teaching on the street, I seen some of y'all slinging stuff on the street. I'll be on the mic. I saw where you put your drugs in the garbage right over. Shoot. Bunch of dudes out there wanted me to get put to death. Don't let me see the evil.
Yeah, I could vouch for that right there because a lot of brothers wanted to get at the elder. I mean, this boy repent, you know. Little brothers like, yo, let's get a word. We chase him off the block.
They thought they were gonna chase me off the block. I said, oh no. I remember once, I think Kanai was with me, Kanai, and another brother. We set up across the street from a crack house in Toy. They was miserable, crackheads was miserable that day. We went that thing for 3 weeks. 3 weeks, they was mad. There was a trestle It was on Livonia Boulevard. They was throwing bottles off the thing to get rid of us. I ain't give a damn. We got to make a change in our nation, and it's going to take the men to do it. You scaredy boys, just stay home and suck your mother's breast. This ain't for you.